Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Storms over Cerenar! Yay! Storms over Cerenar is an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast where we have brought together more than 50 years of role-playing experience to create an epic tale of ancient secrets, sleeping gods, country-spanning conflicts, and a high-level D&D campaign. I am Raw, and I have the pleasure, nay, I will probably say the privilege sometimes, of being your Dungeon Master for tonight. And with me, as always, my ding-dongs, but not the same ding-dongs. So, current ding-dongs, please say hello, everybody.
Hello, current ding-dong.
Hello, everybody.
As you might be able to see here, we have a quite different cast, and I would have to tell you that Evan sadly will not be playing with us anymore. Evan got a job and moved. So the final boss of Dungeons and Dragons came in the way, which is scheduling. So thank you very much for playing with us, Evan. You will be sorely missed. And instead we have a new player to take his place, and we will say hello to him in a second. But first of all of my wonderful players will get a chance to introduce themselves. But before they do that, I would like to remind everybody that Storms over Cerenar is a rowdy and sometimes dark role-playing campaign for adults. Sometimes we tackle hard and difficult subjects. We try to do it in a respectful and empathetic way. But to be completely clear, audience discretion is advised. So, let's take it from the top. So the first one, as always, Mr. Alex, please introduce yourself.
It's me. Hello. I'm Alex. I play Alce, the Hexblade Warlock. I'm going to be trying to carry on the slightly better rolling luck that I had last time, but who knows? It's probably going to go back to what it was before. And
then, for the first time ever, one of my at least I would say long-time D&D buddies and a wonderful role player, my friend and yours, Mr. Anton. Please welcome to the stream of the campaign. Woo!
Yes, hello, and thank you very much for having me. Newest ding-dong to this crew, and a big part of one big ploy to, of course, slowly take this over with more and more Danish people. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to hopefully joining the session with a new character. We'll see what happens, but
we'll see what
we'll
happens.
take that when we get there.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there, Anton. Perfect. Welcome, and perfect to have you. Next one up, another Dane, the White Bear of the North, who has suffered a few sets of damage. Jonas, welcome.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jonas, and I'm dead. Hey! Well, that's it. Goodbye.
Perfect. Thank you, Jonas. Next up will be Leon.
Welcome. I am the Bard Theus, coming close to Denmark from Germany, saying hello.
Perfect. Well, the short and sweet. Thank you, Leon. And next one up, my fellow producer of this beautiful actual play podcast from the frozen wasteland of Canada, we have Tanner, please.
Hey, I'm Tanner. I play Nongle. He's Canadian, eh? Yeah, no doubt about it. We're going for a rip today, everybody, eh? We're going to have calamari.
You might have calamari. Because a bunch of things happened last time. You had to got to help out Captain Flint with basically lifting the curse of the Flying Orenian. You helped with dispatching her patron, the Kraken Siu Kakuani, who now lies dead, washed up on the shores of Bluefire Bay. And with it, the White Bear of the North, Bjorn Wilderson, has left this place. He was swallowed by the beast. He was inside of it as a broadside from the Midnight Torch rent it asunder, shooting him hundreds of yards out of the beast. And now, realizing that they are too late, our heroes are picking up their old friend, lifeless body, as they are standing around on the Midnight Torch, all of them. Rajasafis is busy getting the flotilla back into order as you see a mix of celebration and post-battle horror settle down on the sailors. Everybody has lost friends and are treating wounds, and some of them are just standing idly by in the background, looking at this hulking man, this hulking northern barbarian, his body broken and wrenched completely in almost two pieces. What are you guys doing? Asked Noggle and Theus.
I believe I've tried a revivify on him, have I not?
Yeah, and it was too late.
Okay.
There anything more we can do, Mr. Nongle?
Yes. Give me an hour. Let me see if I can regain some of my powers back.
Please do.
So Nongo will immediately go into arcane recovery mode.
Let's see. Is Fierce still unconscious at this point as well?
You tell me, Theus.
Unconscious?
I think we said that last time I was awake again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm current-
Well, I mean, from what I recall, and whilst it's just happened, my memory is slightly hazy. We're all a bit battered, so perhaps maybe a brief break. I mean, I, as bleak as it is, I don't think Bjorn's going anywhere. Nor is the giant dead kraken or the boat. So maybe a brief breather, maybe.
You already did a breather before the battle at sea. Did you use your arcane recovery
Sorry,
there,
no.
Noggle?
Yes, actually I did. I need a long rest.
Do we have the means to perhaps stop our friend from decomposing? Well,
Would you hate me
If
if I
you-
said it's in a different spell?
otherwise we could pickle him. I guess would be rather fitting. You know, put him in a barrel of eggnog, a barrel of clam nog.
I've never raised some clamnog accent, yeah, as long as Bjorn doesn't drink it.
Well,
I have an incantation in my book that I've never used before, but as long as the body's not within just over a week's time of decay, which should work, but I don't know. Just keep his body
Right.
safe, address his wounds, make sure all his bits and pieces are together, and then I'll see what I can do.
well, perhaps some of you burlier folk on board, perhaps you can help. By help, I mean perhaps you can just carry this fellow down to the mess, and we'll just lay him out somewhere for the time being.
Nice. All right.
Well,
Hey,
drop.
two-
Yes.
And as this happens, you hear the squelch of the water forming beneath or at the planks as Captain Flint kind of materializes on the boat. Our lads and lasses, we did all of it. She lies dead now on the shores, and we are all free. And she like pumps her fist, and she's happy, and then she looks around. Was that
Yep. He's well, he's not alive. We're gonna need some time. Mr. Nongle is gonna try some things, but prognosis doesn't look too fancy. I've got some ideas. Might be able to, you know, tide him over until then. At least.
I'm
away?
I'm sad to hear that, or see that he has been sent to the depths. But you have a plan, or
We will do. Once we know whether Mr. Nongle's magics work. I don't know. Do we have a plan? Really expect to get this far.
right?
You're free though. That's good. Yes.
I think
Fine.
I feel the powers of the beast retreating from my form. So I think if we're going down to the lair, to plunder the treasures of the base, I think now would be the time. Also,
Certainly. Yes, we could do that. Yeah, I mean, right now, or in kind of a sort of now and a kind of a next sort of 3 to 5 working days situation.
you see, like one of the starfish who's like was just a part of her, just like kind of falls off. I think now would be better, honestly.
Right. Yes. Okay. Mr. Nongle?
Yes?
Are you in a position to join us once more in the deep, as it were?
We should make it quick, as to not.
Yes, definitely. You do have the bag of holding, I do believe. So, yes. Do we have the one bag of holding or multiple? That's more of a general meta question than anything else. I just can't remember.
Just the one.
Just the one. Okay. And Fierce, are you in a fit state? I think we don't get beset by oceanic
Give me a
nasties.
day's rest. I have something for Bjorn. Give me a day's rest.
Okay.
I just need to concentrate right now.
Shall we fetch this treasure quickly and then? I don't want to see anyone else be condemned. So.
No. So let's. I mean, do we need? Perhaps we need some kind of system for prioritizing certain treasures. I don't know. Nothing large.
We'll see. Yeah, but you'll be staying here, Master Theus. Is that correct, or will you be joining us?
I want to stay close to where I can see Bjorn's corpse. I want to be immediately after we have rested. I want to be ready.
Aye, all right. In that case, gentlemen.
I guess
yes,
we still have water breathing on us, so let's dive in.
Yes, let's go.
She kind of like touches both of you on the shoulder as you get sucked down, and you see yourself back in this underwater ship graveyard.
Goodness.
As you're still underwater, as all of these spells are kind of still working, and you kind of swim up. You see all of these wrecks everywhere. Also the wreck of the Sarkoriago, as you saw earlier. You see it again. You see this statue of this woman, a white woman clutching a conch, like a conch shell. A single shaft of light kind of illuminating her. She's still looking terrified. Ah, my love. It pains me to see you this way. We'll get you back. Captain Flint says as she kind of swims up and touches this statue.
Has the aspect of the statue changed in any way? Or is it still exactly the same as it was before?
It's still petrified.
A friend of yours, perhaps?
Aye, this
more
is...
than a friend, Mr. Nongle.
This is the love of my life. She has become the White Maiden of Blimey Bay, I think.
Celestine, wasn't it?
Aye, Celestine. She was always too good for this world. And now, look at her. Afraid, frozen here. Looking at nothing for who knows how long.
Do you have a way to return her from her stony state? Or with this curse being broken, will that help us at all?
I think I can get her back, but honestly, Mr. Lungle, I think she was given to the depths by the Mad King himself as she was forced to walk the plank before me. We couldn't find her. The depths had taken her, and so had the Kraken, as a trophy. I do not know why she now is stone.
Well,
but I know that the common folk of these waters here, they fancy her some kind of spirit of the ocean. They all think it was her song that brought me to Blimey Bay. And sometimes that song, I hear it in the night. But not only me, Nongo. The crew, they hear it too. The sailors everywhere. She has become something more. And I fear who I get back if I let her free of this prison of stone. And you, as you're told this story, as you definitely feel the verdant shard kind of react a little bit. Yeah.
Do I get any any feeling of whether it's reacting in a negative or positive way? Is this in fear? Is this in anger towards?
This is more like Sting kind of lighting up an orcs on you, right?
Oh, okay, right. Yes.
So,
Well,
you're not getting the hunger you got with the illithid,
okay,
but you're definitely getting something.
gotcha. Well, not all things that are sent to the sea return, alas. But
Yeah.
she has one less thing to fear, at the very least. Now,
I
in the
hope so.
meantime, I believe time is of the essence, so perhaps we should go about our business.
And Captain Flynn kind of takes the statue in the water and kind of lifts it up a little bit and put it on a kind of a platform of a ship, like the forecastle of a ship, and say, "All right, well, got whatever we find here." And you go out to find the treasure lair. And as you did you guys want to do anything before I explain some of that, or?
I don't think so. On my end, it's just whether between me and Tanner we want to prioritize certain things that we're looking for.
Yeah. This
We
treasure's
definitely
apparently-
need money for starters. Because
do.
we are short on cash. So it's probably worth us getting a decent amount of that, but then we need to prioritize anything that looks like it's of
You know what?
A value, B
If you-
magical significance.
Give me a perception and an investigation roll, both of you.
Sure thing. Perception first.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Both of them. Yeah.
There we go. Good start. And then the investigation is there we go. Two natural 20s. That's a 28.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
As you kind of
Let's not rely on that luck, though, right?
Never.
as you're kind of looking out, both of you, everything is just the same. It's just ships. It's hard to see where one start and the other kind of end. As you begin to, it takes you a bit of time to realize that figuring out where to go from here is just hard, right? So you begin to look other ways, for other things. And Nongle, you spot a treasure galleon.
Ah.
Something that looks like basically a gold transport from some far off mine or land, right?
Well, let's go check that out.
Oust, you see a glimpse, and you would only get this if either of you got a natural 20 of any of these rolls. So you see a tattered flag behind two other ships, kind of holding each other up, and you see what looks like a caravel of sorts, like a medium-sized ship with the purple hourglass of the conventicle on it, and the arms of some old archmage.
Is the flag intact? Or is it
Flag
pretty
is-
tattered?
It's pretty tattered. So you think that this if this is the private kind of boat of some archmage, might have some swanky stuff on it.
Very true. Very true. I will make my way towards that. I do want to take the flag as well. I feel like it's quite useful to have as reference more than anything else. Also, mending spells, so sure.
I guess
But,
you tell Nongle about this as well, right?
Yes, I will message him around the water. We can communicate.
Did we split up?
Oh,
or-
I've got message to spell anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, I've got messages as
Oh,
well. So...
you didn't spill, right now you're just looking
Yeah.
at the kind of area. Yeah.
Look, a gold ship.
Look, a big conventicle Archmage's caravel, by the sounds of it.
Nongo's already swimming towards the Archmage's ship. This is too
Right, yes, let's do that first then. Then we'll work on the gold after that. I will follow him so we can we'll double up duties on the same one.
Right.
Nongo will be constantly going into the bag of holding and saying, "Rocks!" and pulling out all the rocks that Nibbles puts in there. Rocks! Rocks! And just start
You see a
stitching the
bunch
rocks
of
out.
you see a bunch of ships that should swim into this ship here. What you it's of course it's a mess. It has been here for at least a couple of years, so there's like seaweeds and kind of all kinds of things growing here. But as you go in, you find like a cabin which has not been submerged. There's still like a bubble of air inside, and in there it's like it looks like it's some kind of a personal study almost of some archmage. You see a skeleton sit in in like a pristine red robe of some archmage. Multiple broken bones. Probably died from injuries rather than just for staying there for too long. There's like a book on the table that is just like one skeletal arm is resting on it. And then there's like a kind of a container, and inside there's like a perfect rose in what looks like magical temporal stasis.
Okay.
And Nongo, you see a silver lockbox on like one of the bookcases that had been before was hidden behind some of the books, but now has kind of, as the ship was rocked around, has been like revealed.
With my background as an archaeologist, do I get any idea of how long this has been down here?
Yeah, definitely. At least for long enough for the skeleton, like for the guy to turn into a skeleton, right?
Okay.
So 10 years,
multiple
maybe?
years.
Yeah.
Excellent. First thing I will do then, assuming that it's pretty like there's not really being held together, I'm going to take the skull and I'm going to put it in my bag.
Yeah. Cool.
Just kind of look over to Nongle, just in case we want to chat later on.
You can go ahead and write down the skull of Archmage Ignatius Everwind on it.
I'm gonna slowly pry the book out from underneath the hand, and I'm gonna take a look in it and see if there's a name in there.
Ignatius Everwind.
Do I know him?
You knew that he was a guy who was lost at sea. He used to teach transmutation magic.
Interesting. Is this his spellbook?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I'll pocket this.
And you also see 3 scrolls in it actually poking out as you kind of look through it.
So Nongo will look over to Ost. Just a moment. I want to make sure that we're getting everything that we need here, and I'll start I'll start ritually casting detect magic.
This fellow, whilst we're doing that, do you happen to know, was he a Hassanite or the other one?
Where?
This guy is the moderate. He was neither one or the other, you would probably think.
That's good to know. I'm just thinking if we do speak with Dead on him, out of character, then somebody who's going to be more in our favour might help. That's fine.
Well, if you could disguise yourself to look like me, it might be.
Well, I mean, either of us, at any point, that's fine. Excellent.
You
They'll have my conventicle robes if it helps.
Well, we've got these robes as well. No.
Don't want to be wearing his clothing while talking to him, though.
Now, as you look through the book, we'll roll some spells in there at some point.
Yeah, sure.
To see what there is, but there's 3 scrolls in there.
Okay.
And I rolled all of these. There's a scroll of Disintegrate. And there's a scroll of Dominate Monster, and there's a scroll of a Mind Blank in there.
Ooh.
Okay, one sec here.
So I'm just writing these down by hand at the moment, but we can put them in party later on if we need to.
Yeah, I'm writing it down there.
Oh, cheers.
And the spellbook itself will roll a bunch of spells of that at some point.
Disintegrate, dominate monster,
And mind blank.
and mind blank.
Nice.
All right. I'll go
Did you say you rolled
inventory.
detect magic for the rest of the room as well?
Yeah.
Noggle?
Yeah.
The silver lockbox, there's definitely some magic in that, and the rose and temporal stasis also magical. The robe is also magical.
All right. So I'll say whatever kind of like farewell to the corpse as I remove the robe, put it in the bag of holding. I'll also put the lockbox and the rose and temporal stasis into the bag of holding as well.
Can I check around for just any like any non-magical like correspondence or anything like that?
Sure. Go and give me an investigation roll.
Sure thing. That's 23.
Well, times are looking up, Alex. You find what looks like a diary with a bunch of like letters put into like in between pages.
Mm-hmm.
You can put down in the downtime column of your character sheet when you have the chance. You can put down Ignatius, everyone's journal and personal correspondences. Personal correspondence.
Fantastic. Cheers very much.
Putting the name in our Discord chat as we speak. Tanner, Nongo.
Yeah.
Were you doing anything else?
Nope. Pack everything up into the bag of holding. We'll deal with that later, and we'll.
You're not looking inside of the silver box.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Just taking the box with us. For
Silver
now,
box. I'm taking the box with us, but I will open it. I just want to. I want to get back up to the surface as soon as possible.
Well, money first.
Of course, but so there's a galleon
Yes.
there that I saw that looked to be some sort of treasury transport.
Well, onwards, I guess.
You swim to the treasure galleon. You see that Flint is already carrying some heavy chests out of there, and asks for help. Right then.
Whilst we're swimming over, do we sense anything magic about the ship of the Archmage itself? With Nongul's detect magic up.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, there's definitely some, like, it is definitely magically tempered wood and stuff like that. So I wouldn't call it enchanted. I would call it magically of magical quality, right?
So like
Cool.
the Nomad Levitator created with magical means,
Yeah,
or
precisely.
by magical means. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Precisely.
That's fine. Just checking.
But if you had to get that up from here, it would be.
It was more if there was like figurehead, that kind of thing, but or the sails in particular. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Alex, go ahead and roll me 4d10.
4d10. Okay. 4d10. 14.
There's a bunch of silver as you're just pulling out these things, and I think looking here, you think you have maybe 30,000 gold worth of silver and higher denominations. All right,
That's around or what we're carrying.
That is what you get out from the treasure galleon.
Cool.
Right, I think lads, if we split this evenly, we might be able to actually equip our flotilla and get Belami Bay back.
Certainly.
That would be nice.
Seems good to me.
Right then. I feel as like the crab hand falls off and you see like a weird human, like baby human hand underneath. Hasn't seen the light of day forever. I think if you have anything,
the Deadpool hand, a little tiny.
if you have anything else to do, I think I can hold it a couple of minutes, but that's it.
Nongle, anything?
Yeah. As Os was scooping out the treasure, and so was she. I would be looking for anything magical on that ship.
Go and give me an investigation roll.
Sure.
Or perception, your call.
Investigation. 19. Unless, what do I get advantage on that from? Features.
Go ahead and give me a... Go ahead and give me a 1d10, please.
Yeah, it might be higher. One sec. No,
What?
that's history checks. D10?
1d10, please.
You got it. 7.
You find a net that is magical.
Magical net. All right.
Yes.
I'll throw that into the bag of holding, and then I'll run over and just start shoveling coins into the bag as well until it's got 500 pounds worth of loot in it. Because it was basically just full of rocks before, so.
Perfect. You do this. At some point, Flint comes. You arrive. You're ready to go back. You see like the water beginning to swirl around, and you're like on top of the midnight torch. The midnight torch and the flying Orenian are a kind of side to side. They have been clamped together as people are carrying wounded people around. A lot of these fish pirate people have kind of been resuscitated and are now like pulling off like plankton and big mussels and stuff as they're just like throwing all of this sea garbage overboard, and they're like very happy to actually be real people again. You see, it's a weird mix of revelry and some all right, we'll try that again. Revelry and solemnity. Second languages. All right. You see all of these people are carrying all around, and you hear a cheer as the captain kind of tips over a chest full of silver, and the bounty is kind of addressed, and she says, "All right, lads, I'll get the guys to look at this. The gold we'll share, but all the plunder you found, I reckon, is your right of savage."
What plunder?
You're playing me for a fool now.
Thank you.
I think she looks down. I think I'm more than thankful for what you've done, and we will. I don't think it's the last battle we'll fight together, Mr. No. But she looks up. It's like 1 PM. It's crazily early. She looks in at the shore, and you can just see the hulking form of the Kraken. Maybe we should go ashore, anchor the ships and get the men in, open the cask of beer, and maybe just enjoy this victory until you do what you need to do tomorrow.
Certainly.
I agree. Quickly to shore, then.
Yes.
There is, she points up, you see like there's a beautiful waterfall kind of, on top of that you see like kind of blue faint lights. If you've ever seen Bluefire Valley, Bluefire Gorge up there, it's quite beautiful, also magically powerful. If you have anything arcane planned for your friend Bjorn, then...
Would I know anything about the
might be
barbarian
good.
in a magical aspect?
Go ahead and give me nature.
Nature.
It might be worth to tell your friend Theus about this, if he's planning anything.
I have something in mind also, but
22.
Yeah, you know, Bluefire Gorge is. I'm going to show you the note here.
It looks wild. Yeah.
Bluefire Gorge is home to Soulfire, which is what seemingly it hasn't been like. It's not something that has been looked into that much. It's more like a natural phenomenon, like seemingly alive minerals or like kind of silicon life forms of some kind. If you try to remove it, it dies instantly and just becomes dust. So, because of the general kind of of the general kind of hostility of the jungle around it, people have kind of stayed clear. It is known as a natural wonder of the world, but that's basically it, right?
Would you you said that perhaps that the Blue Fire Bay may enhance some sort of restoration magics, or is that?
I don't know. I just know that that up there is a magical place in more ways than one.
How far away are we from it?
I can get us in there. Maybe 30 minutes time.
Well, I think we should go and get on the beach first, and maybe we'll head up there.
Yeah, let's
While we
set up
rest.
camp on land for the evening, maybe.
Yes.
Aye.
To the beach.
I haven't set foot on land in many years, so it will be great. Actually, I'm very much looking forward to it. Now, will any of you? I'll get the men to do their job. I'm apparently an admiral now, so will any of you orient, tell your friend Theus? He doesn't seem
He's holding vigil, but we'll let him know.
Aye, all right.
And I also
No,
have
past.
I
Yes.
have my ship that we ditched off outside of the storm there. I don't know if you could send someone to pick it up.
Your what?
My ship.
Oh, aye, sure.
Great. I'd expect it on the beach then. Thank you.
You guys kind of you see two large pirates kind of taking the white maiden and putting her like in the flying arena and kind of in the central place of the upper decks, and you see all of the sailors that goes past her kind of tips their hat or touches their forelock as they go by her. There's some kind of weird reverence about her figure. What do you guys do?
I guess the shore's not too far away, so I'll just look over Bjorn, make sure he's okay, and check in on Theus as well. Theus,
Bjorn is very dead, and his body is quite broken.
Noggle nervously takes out some material components and just kind of sets them aside. Theus, how are you?
I'm waiting to recover. Waiting for my friend to come back.
Well, I'll do my best after we rest.
No, let me do this.
As you wish.
Can you do it today, or do you need tomorrow?
I have to wait. I currently do not have the capabilities.
Very well. Well, gentlemen. Also, just to confirm, we're on the Midnight Torch at the moment, or the Hard Bargain?
You're on the Midnight Torch and the Flying Arena, who has kind of been put together. You
Okay,
see,
so we're
you
alongside.
see Hagen Risha's out and trying to get the levitator back.
Cool,
Sophist,
good to know.
that is, yeah.
Okay. Who? Okay. Cool. Right. Well, the captain says we're about half an hour out. So, not much we can do in that time, apart from well, perhaps Nongle, whilst we've got 30 minutes, perhaps we'd like to take inventory of what we've recovered.
Yes, of course. I'll take out the robe, the lockbox. I'll toss over to who picks locks here.
Oh,
You haven't tried it
Margaret.
to see if it's locked, so...
Oh yeah, I'll just take it out.
We'll get the strong person to open. Oh no, we can't do that. Shit. Just try it. See if it's unlocked.
Yeah,
never know.
I'll kind of set it aside and have my mage hand try to open it.
Yeah, it opens up. You see a bunch of yellow crystals inside of it.
Yellow crystals. I'll run over there and just like tackle them.
I guess you kind of... I guess you identify the whole lot, right?
Yeah.
So if the crystals are magicite, I don't need to identify them, right? Is the box itself magical?
No, but the magicite is. Go ahead and roll me 1d4 minus 2, please.
A d4 minus 2.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
That's
Yeah, that was just this. I just wanted to see if there was any corrupted magicite in there. And if you rolled a 4, that would be enough for one spell, but there's not.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, and I'll toss the magistrate over to Ost to take account on it, and then we'll or appraise it basically, and I'll identify the robe and the strange rose as well.
It's a roll of useful things. It's and it's a net +1, so it's nothing super special, but it's nice. And then you have the perfect rose in temporal stasis. Stasis is like art. For the right seller, you can probably get a bunch of money from this.
Okay, perfect. And you said it's a robe of useful things?
Do you know that? Pardon?
It's a robe of useful things?
That is correct.
Okay.
Useful.
Or useful items, I think it's called, actually.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Oh. Okay. That's nice.
Perfect.
About 1,000
Robe of useful
in
items.
side. Lovely. And sorry, but when you said the 25 to 30k gold total, was that after or before splitting? Sorry, no.
After. No, it's 14,000 after splitting.
14,000. I could take that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Mr. Nongle, Fierce, current circumstance taken into consideration, I have reason to believe that we are now rich, which is nice. So there we go. No more Johnny Ale-scale for us. Finally. Anyway, right. Yes. Good. Well, folks, what do we fancy doing? Well, I suppose we've got half an hour. I mean, I don't know how long that would have taken.
You wait up the hour and you get on the boat and you go to the shore, right? And people begin to and you, I guess, Theus, are you going out with the others or no?
I
We're
will
bringing
stay
Bjorn
with
with
Bjorn here,
us.
Like, I'm
Oh.
not moving here until my friend is up again.
I think we bring Bjorn with us.
Well, you could
If,
also talk to Theus, as you suggested. You could also not if you don't want to.
Sorry, what was that again? Fierce.
You didn't speak to Theus as
Oh,
about the Blue Fire Gorge.
oh, goodness, right, yes. Fierce. Blue Fire Gorge. Do you know anything specific in regards to? Please.
Only the things that we've been told about. This place with magic. This is the only thing we've been told about, right?
Well, apparently it's going to give us some extra oomph with any arcane matters, so maybe we'd take him ashore and see if we can try to channel that for some of whatever we're going to try tomorrow.
Can I find some of the pirate guys?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for helping me discover myself. It's the old pirate guy with the foot fetish.
Okay.
Oh my.
Good. I want you to put your foot fetish a little bit aside. I want
I can do
something
that.
like a stabilizer. Just something like where we can like securely put a body on.
Oh, pardon. I'm sorry I talked in the pirate language. It's actually also just become a habit. Sure. Yeah, I'll talk to the Bone Saw and some of the others. We'll get them in a
Okay, I
we'll
want to
get
really
them
safe
in a
place,
cot.
make some pillows inside of it.
Sure.
He's looking bad enough. I just want like even if we drop it from like 10 feet high, I just want it to be stabilized, like so that nothing happens to the body.
Okay, sure.
I want your best man on this, right?
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll make sure that he's tip top, and they like find a bunch of pillows and kind of wrap him up in two cots. There are 4 people carrying it around. Yeah. All right. You just want it in the
Okay.
boat?
Asked, where's that the bay?
Oh, we're pretty much here, so we'll just be taking him ashore. We'll find somewhere
A
nice.
safe place where we can conduct a ritual after.
Yes. If are there any pools in Blue Fire Bay? You know, maybe at the top of the waterfall, etc. Somewhere
Any-
fairly secluded.
Any ports or?
Pools, ponds, small
Yeah, you
bodies of
definitely
water.
be able to find that. Yeah.
Yes, let's take him there. If we've got any tents, maybe set a couple of those up. I feel like, well, I for one, as lovely as this is, wouldn't mind a day on shore to sleep. Yes, and a couple of trestle tables just so we can kind of elevate Bjorn rather than off of the floor.
You go.
The usual fare. Landing stuff, food, drink, etc. Tables, chairs, anything you wish. But yes, we'll need enough to camp everybody for the evening, I think.
All right.
Including yourselves,
Sure. Yeah. All right. Cool. Camping. That's great. All right, guys. Let's go. And then he kind of, and as things are being packed up, like you also have your things in the bags of holding, and then you like take one of the rowboats ashore, and you go. You're set ashore next to the the Kraken, next to Siukahuani on the beach. Monstrous titanic beast. You see places in its mouth and in its face where Bjorn hacked it with the axe, and there's the damage here as the blood of the beast itself has just painted the water red. You see birds everywhere, sharks and other fish kind of feeding on the humongous corpse on the beach. And I guess you're just kind of looking at this titanic beast as the pirates are getting those things ashore. They have to kind of slap each other every once in a while to remember to focus on getting things off the boat instead of just staring at that thing right there.
I will kind of just start coordinating them, sort of just telling them all move stuff a little bit farther inshore to like around one of these larger pools, and just start setting up tents and things like that, so they're not loitering.
Yeah, to carry everything up the cliffside. Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Now, Theus?
Good.
Well, this is a fantastic beast. While you set up camp, I'd like to just investigate this creature a little bit further, see how something became so large.
Well, you know where we'll be. If not, we shouldn't be too far away, so you can drop me a message, as and when. There we go. Certainly. If you need anything or need a hand, do let me know. But if not, I'll be ordering these seafaring types around. Very good.
Yes.
There's the current coffin where we stretcher, the box where we placed Bjorn in, right?
Yeah, it's not a box. It's more like a bunch of pillows and then two kind of hammocks sewn together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to sit next to it. Back to it.
All right.
Let's
As that-
connect. Take out, like, on my left wrist. Look at it. Tap against it a few times. Just a bit more time. Just hopefully I can spend it with you, Bjorn. And I wait. I rest as soon as possible so I can recover.
As you sit there, I guess you with your cross-legged, looking out, you see Nongle, like the little figure down below at the Kraken, begin to investigate. What are you doing, Nongle?
Well, it seems incredibly interesting to me. I'm going to see if there's anything that I could use on this creature, anything that might seem of value, anything that might be considered some sort of magical kind of component or whatnot. Just wizardly shit,
Sure. Cool. Go ahead and give me a nature and then, I guess, an investigation roll.
All right. Investigation, 19, nature, 28.
Right. It is definitely a big, old, magical creature with a bunch of components. A lot of these components will need a bit of manufacturing, you think? As you have to... you can definitely harvest some of the things, but it's not like... if you were at your laboratory at the conventicle, this would be like a literal, like this would make the 14,000 gold look like pennies, right? But with what you have right here, probably not the kind of the best things. You could probably do some things. We could do. You think you can get some of the like the toughest hide and some of the teeth? Maybe it'll take you some time, but right now you have a bunch of it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take my mind off of trying to bring Bjorn back, as Theus has that. So while they're setting up camp or whatnot, I'll radio back to I'll message back to Ost and say, I found some interesting components here. I'm going to see if I can harvest any of them. Let me know if anything happens up there.
Message received. Carry on, over. Yes.
Now we'll go ahead and write down Kraken parts.
Kraken parts?
Yeah, Kraken parts.
These parts
so
are cracking, yo. These pots so cracking.
You can go ahead and in parentheses just write down 50. And if you ever begin to spend downtime, we'll figure out how much 50 will get you.
Okay, Kraken.
Bitso Kraken is also actually the name of my next character.
Bitso Kraken.
Maybe Bitso Kraken.
As you come up, you see this. You kind of carry.
Oh,
you're overseeing the guys.
Or how much magicite did we get?
1,000 gold
pieces.
1,000. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put that on my sheet.
As you see these people drag up or carry up the body of Bjorn, maybe 100 feet up this pretty steep cliff with like a goat's path up. At top of it, you see again this beautiful gorge of just a let me just show you here again, of just like red and almost pink and purple rocks. You see moss growing everywhere up here, and then this blue arcane crystal just growing up off the ground. Like sometimes it looks like it's kind of cracks as it reorients itself. And as you step up there, every of these crystals within 60 feet of you just kind of you would almost say like kind of turns to face you.
Acknowledges me. Okay, and they haven't acknowledged anybody else that's come up this hill.
You were the first above. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start walking in. I'm going to see if Scooby-Doo style the eyes follow me, as it were, as I move around. I also want to just be very mindful of whether the shard is reacting in any kind of way.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an arcane roll. Arcana roll.
That's a dirty 20.
What is
it's
going on?
It's happening.
Anton,
Okay,
I'm afraid
ignore it. This is a normal roll for him. Everything is fine. We're not gonna.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Right,
everything is fine.
you see when the others come up, the crystals also reorient themselves, but they need to get much closer. Like it's only if they pass right by a crystal. The shard, for the first time in a long time, is silent, like calm. Not turned off, but like eerily just. It's even like it's never cold, but now it's actually a little bit like kind of cool.
I kind of sort of look at the scroll case and go, nothing really. That's interesting. Fair enough. Well, let's see. I'm going to find an area that's closest to like the biggest mass of this stuff in the area, and I'm just going to sit underneath it whilst everybody gets set up, and cheekily, if I can, just meditate for an hour and do a short rest, but not actually use any hit points and just get spell slots back.
All right, sure. Are you trying to do anything, or are you just chilling?
What I would do, I would say, I would get them to bring the body over nearby of Bjorn, and in that time, if I can, during that short rest, I just want to look over and just try and work out, try and discern why the spells to revivify him failed, and whether there's anything else.
Definitely because it was more than 1 minute after he
That's
died.
cool.
So.
Yeah, that's me, not not knowing the times at the end of the last session. That's cool. Okay. Sure, I will. Yeah, so I'll just have the body nearby. I'll stick the big bag of crowns next to him on the floor, and yeah, I'll just meditate for the next hour.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and give me a charisma roll. Just a roll. Let's say an ability check.
Sorry, a flat charisma roll.
Flat charisma check. Yeah.
15.
All right. Noted. You get your spell points back.
Fantastic.
It's a very calm place.
There we go.
Beautiful, beautiful, like almost kind of singing a little bit. Like the wind in the gorge kind of whistles as the crystals like reverberate. It is.
As I hear that, then, and I've kind of got, I'm just sat across the
beautiful.
table, I will kind of summon the blade and just have it on my lap, as per usual. I just
It is still
I'm
like
not-
usually the blade kind of
There's like
is
a hum.
still, then it it hums, and then it kind of cracks. It moves, and it kind of reorients itself, and then it hardens again, right? It doesn't do that here right now. It's just completely.
duly noted. But I will, stay here for the next hour and just chill out.
Cool. You get your spell slots back. Are there anything else you guys want to do before you take the long rest? Anything like specific, right?
Yes.
Like you can do. Nongo, you're harvesting this kraken, but I will say that Oust and Theus, you can do a downtime activity as well. Downtime.
I just switched out one of my spells because we talked about Bards can do this for once per day.
Yeah, we're using that
Bards
variant rule.
actually have as 5th level spell, it's on the Bard spell list, is Raise Dead, which I will put on, which I will do by meditating and thinking back to Pandora, because during my journey I've seen her do many wondrous things with her magic. So I want to try this myself, what she once did.
You feel this magical power that you focus in on, and you kind of feel also in the past temporis that, all right, this is something you could probably do. You think you can do it, but it's not some by the book magic. There's going to be a ritual. You're pretty sure about that. You'll need the help of the others to make sure this happens correctly.
Is Fierce nearby?
Nearby you, yeah. He's
Okay.
at the camp, yeah.
And is Nongle still within message range-ish, or would I have to go
Yeah,
for
sure.
a short walk? Okay,
You probably need to like stand up and walk a little bit, but that's not.
that's fine. Yeah, I can kind of do that. Let's go. Fierce, walk with me for a moment. I've got an idea. Possibly an idea. We might not need to do it, but no harm in being safe. Nongle, can you hear us also? I say, walking closer to the 120-foot limit at the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
Nongle,
Right?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh,
yes, Fierce?
yes, what's your idea?
Yes, just getting to that. But one thing first. Nongle, you may remember, quite foolishly, I tried to commune with some. Maybe you don't. Well, long story short, back in Staunchflow, or the artist formerly known as, I attempted to commune with certain elements outside of our realm of existence. Or the blade, mostly. But it did seem to call down the wrath of the conventicle. Don't suppose you know any way that I could possibly bypass any potential alarms ringing? Or to do it again?
Of course.
Well,
Just
I
do
have
it, do
an
it from
item.
in a different plane of existence, of course. If you do it inside the Thesis mansion or possibly a demi-plane.
Well, I could give you one of my items that I always carry close if you don't use it for too long.
Out of character, is this the amulet? Because I also
Yes,
have
I
one of those
always do.
anyway. so
But
so
usually
I
it
have one of
should-
those.
But usually it should protect you if you have stain kind from
Okay.
like unnecessary peeping on your activities.
Okay. Additional DM question then.
Yeah.
Do I get the feeling that the alarm was raised last time when I cast Contact of a Plane because I ritualized it rather than just cast it?
That was mostly also because of your very bad arcane rolls and luck rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
So you think if you just
If I
focus,
succeed-
that'd be better. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to do this, and I want to speed up a little bit because we have some things we want to do today as well.
And
we
point
have
to
some-
introduce.
Yeah. So you want to commune.
Yeah, I want to communicate, but I don't want to communicate with the blade. I want to communicate with Bjorn
Ooh.
on the basis
Alright.
that I believe the realm of the dead, whatever it would be, is technically another plane. And going by the description, it says the spirit of the long-dead mage, for example. So I'm assuming that I could do the same thing. This might be something that we might be able to tie in with Fierce's ritual as well. Then, in that case,
Go ahead and.
Yeah, we're
Do
coming
you
in
want to
every
tie it
angle
into
here.
the ritual or do you not?
Well, commune, just so you know, like commune is more like if you're contacting a deity. If you need to commune.
I'm not communing. I'm contacting other plane.
Oh, contact other planes. I thought you wanted to commune.
No, does mean I'm going to need someone nearby if I do take 66 worth of psychic damage because your boy's got 13 hit points.
Oh, I can heal you.
But that's beside the point. That's why I want to do it tonight rather than tomorrow because it's insanity to my next long rest. To the end of my next long rest. So okay, we will do it separately, and I will do it after his ritual if he's doing it tonight.
It would be the next day when you have a long rest, all of you, because of long rest.
Oh, okay, I'll do it tonight then.
Right.
In which case, I'll do it on my own, and I will wait until the sun goes down. I will sit by the edge of the pool near his body, and I will take the 7 crowns.
Yep.
Is that correct? 7, and I'll basically arrange them in a 7-pointed star, sit in the middle of it. So not ritualizing it per se, but more just channeling it around this soul fire, and then I'm going to try and reach out.
Austin, Theus and Nongo, are you watching him do this, or?
Yeah, I'm standing by in case he fucks up.
When he fucks up, yeah.
No, you don't fuck up anymore. Remember?
We'll see.
We're
I'm
gonna fool RNGesus eventually.
I'm gonna drop the spell in the chat now, as well. Just so
You arrange these beautiful crowns and other pieces of art and the kind of items of Bjorn. His hand still clutching his axe. You arrange it on his chest.
yeah.
His
And I'm
battered
gonna
body.
take the blade, the shard itself, and I'm gonna pretty much ram it into the ground in front of me.
Right,
There's
cast the
some
spell.
connection. Yep, drop the
Go
spell
ahead,
in, and then I need to do a intelligence saving throw straight off the bat.
Give me advantage on that roll, and go ahead also and give me a proficient charisma roll as well. That is your charisma arcana, basically.
Right, I'll do
So-
the charisma first.
Sure.
Which do I have? Right, if it's a proficient, I'm just going to do a deception because that would be my proficient charisma roll.
That's perfect.
Same thing. So that's an 18 to start with. And then
19, that's an advantage. Well, advantage on both rolls, but 19.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
And then an int saving throw with advantage as well. Cool. Right, that's a failure.
No, I'm not going to let this fail because it's too cool. So what happens here, Aust?
Insane.
Sure.
That looked like that
So
was
I want
supposed to
to
fail.
reach out almost as an extension of the confluence that we've now rearranged. I kind of almost want to sort of push past the planar boundaries of this kind of green dust confluence that we learned a couple of sessions ago, and then
As
sort of
you-
walk into it.
As you take out the verdant shard, you ram it into the ground. You channel the magical power inside of you. You see the outer layer of dust and crystal shatters as a ringing noise, almost like kind of wind chimes. All of the soul fire around you kind of lights up.
Good evening.
And then you see the confluence, the darkness. And you go down. It's quick. It is through darkness, like occasionally a rock kind of goes past you. Then you see like a glimmering green-blue gate with something big sleeping. You go down, you see the staircase kind of forever going up and up and up. Two small figures in kind of a second as you go by, down. And then you see it ahead of you. A massive towering city. Flame, green shadows and blue fire. Monsters walking around with kind of people sitting on their backs. You see high-rise, big square buildings with lots of windows in them. You see hustle bustle of people crossing the road and doing anything. And some of these people are not people anymore. They're like shades, shadows of just nothing as they go about some kind of business. And then you see a fiery pit with a building in the middle of it, and in there you see hallways, pristine white hallways. You see a sign saying Employee of the Month, and there's just like a large foot and a small person next to it, and you go through, and somewhere you find somewhere cold. Bjorn.
Yeah.
It is cold. The snow of the forest of eternal snow is falling around you, but you are not cold because you're always warm with your pelt. You sniff the air. Warm bodies somewhere sneaking up. Two of similar size and strength, looking for you. But you hunger, Bjorn. What do you do?
I fall to hulking position. Take some of the new fallen snow and crumble it in my hand.
You see your giant white bear paw crumple the snow underneath you.
What's the undergrowth of the forest for a place to submerge myself? Maybe a bush.
Then, as you find somewhere to hide, you see them, two boys, carrying spears. They never even saw you. You feel
Try to slow my heartbeat.
they are close now. You have the drop on them.
I wait for the first one to pass. Then I ambush the second.
The white bear of the north jumps out, roaring, bloodlust in its eyes, as the two northern boys fight. It is a storm of steel and claw and fang. And it's almost like you only see glimpses of it all. Just blood begins to color the snow red around you. And at some point, Bjorn, you die. You're slain by one of these children. You don't know which one. And then you find yourself again. You look at it. You look at the pelt of the white bear. You did it. You finally did it. And then, next to it, you see your brother. You have to choose. What do? Do you bring back the pelt and claim to be a hero that you have approved to show that you have slain the mighty mythical beast of the Forest of Eternal Snow? Or do you carry back your lifeless body of your brother and show everybody that he died, a warrior? Or do you let him freeze here alone to the end of time?
Choose as I has always chosen. Bear.
And then it all starts over and over and over and over. And time kind of loses meaning, Faust. This is where Bjorn is. And he's in no shape to talk to you.
Do I get any feeling on the zoom down here of where I may be?
Hope you listened closely then, because that's what you're getting.
Okay. Interesting. And I kind of see snippets of this. I don't see, like, it's not sort of full clarity vision, is it?
No, it's kind of, you're kind of watching with Bjorn and sometimes outside. It is a very abstract kind of.
Cool. Not cool. Kind of cool. Fuck.
And now then you go insane.
As well, like, and then and because I took 28 psychic damage, I also fall unconscious.
I guess you
So I stand up, start gibbering, and then just fall flat on my face.
Okay, I will get up to him and I will cast Healing Word. I say, bum bum bida, bum bum bidum bum 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 bida, bum bum bidum bum. Horse down again, like he always does in fights. Horse down again, like he always does in fights. And heals for Healing Word.
And I guess Oust, again in the spirit of getting along with it, I guess you're revived and you're put to bed because you are in no place right now to actually have a conversation with anyone.
It's about physical power, but it's about it's about gonna choose. It's about gonna sit about. Yeah.
Dude, it's
It's about being about it's about sausage and ham. It's about no. You see? Good. I'm off to bed, okay? Instead of backing out. Just a trickle of blood from my nose.
Oh, do you know what? Take fucking inspiration from that. That was great. You
Well done, my mad friend.
you all rest up as you are kind of resting in this grove. The next day, you find the. Do you have the diamonds, Noggle?
I don't need to because
you don't need.
God is a zealot.
That is correct. So I guess you're gathered around Bjorn in the morning. Do you want to do anything? I guess you told the others what you saw.
Eventually in the morning, but I'm just like still dazed, just like I've just come down from I've got a really bad come down. I'm like,
you can go ahead and take a long rest, all three of you.
cool. I saw where he was, and it wasn't it wasn't normal. Wasn't what I expected. It wasn't well, let's see what happens, but I don't hold out much hope for a swift retrieval. that make sense? Do I make sense? Do I still speak? Am I speaking correctly now?
Makes perfect sense to me, my friend.
Tongue feels very...
Yes, what do you do?
Alright. I will kneel before the body of Bjorn. I will look around. This is my first time doing this. I think I need your help for this.
Of course. I'm here to help in any
Certainly,
way possible.
certainly.
Alright, then I start casting the 1 hour long cast time of Raise Dead.
All right. I want all of you to make some kind of ability check. Where you kind of tell me how you participate in this ritual, please. And just to be completely sure, and to keep your expectations clear, I have told you that there are some spells that works differently. And this might very well be one of them. I'm not going to tell you how they work differently, but if this is successful, don't expect the text or the rules as written to be followed. Just so we're all clear on that, right?
Yep.
All right. So, Theus, do you want to start?
I think I'm gonna end.
All right. Noggle or Austin?
I can go. So Nuggle will pull up in the large book of very bad gnomish poetry on his back, and we'll start flipping to 3 pages. As he does, you can see that the words start changing or whatnot, and I'll sit down next to Bjorn and open up this huge book on my small lap, and I will just read around the parts where I found Raised Dead in there. So, Arcana or Religion, your call.
Yeah, I'll say religion.
Religion? You got it. Don't fail me now! Natural 20, 36.
You kind of just arcane reinforce the spell that Theus is doing. All right, cool. And Mr. Alst?
Firstly, I'm going to... Thinking that it had a decent effect last time, I'm going to rearrange these crowns in a 7-pointed star around him. Going along with the crown of stars 7.777. And then I'm going to get 7 tankards. And I'm going to fill them with the dirtiest ale I can find. And I'm going to do an inverted 7-pointed star sort of opposite to that. And then I'm going to start drinking. In reverence. And I don't know what that would be. Roll-wise.
Con saves.
I'm gonna reach out to his basest instincts and just
I love it.
get hammered. It's a natural 1, and I think technically that's the good way of doing it.
Yes.
And the second one?
7.
All right.
There
I
he
was feeling
is.
it.
You are chugging these beers. You will for the next hour you will progressively get a bit more drunk, basically. But definitely in the spirit of Bjorn and Theus, you feel the magic, like kind of the winds and powers of magic around you, strengthened, completely tamed, and kind of presented to you by Noggle as he is kind of preparing all of this for you, helping you get order in the chaos of arcane currents.
Bjorn, when I first met you, I really thought you were kind of an idiot. We did some adventures together. And my preconceptions were kind of right, but also wrong. I thought of you as rigid, and single-minded, and quite predictable. But you're rigid because nothing can sway you. And single-minded because you believe in your cause. And predictable because anything in your way you will surely defeat. So I believe in your unyielding spirit to persevere here. Might sound like I'm calling you back, but I'm sure that you can do it without any fancy words that I might sprinkle around. You will surely come back, Bjorn.
What do you want to roll for that? This.
Well, a persuasion.
Go ahead.
I can only roll a 10, so it's 26. Actually, just in case, I will use luck for this.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, it's still only 26, okay.
Around you, the shadows grow as you call out to the soul of your long-lost friend. The background disappears. It's the arcane torrents. They pick up. And it becomes more and more hard to see, where the only thing you can see is the septigrams, the crowns, the axe grasped firmly in the hands of Bjorn Wilderson, the White Bear. Silence follows your beautiful words, Theus, for a little while, and then you see them. White, glowing cracks in the axe. As the magical rune fang axe slowly crumbles. See the particles form into two coins floating in the air above Bjorn. What do you do?
How do the coins look like?
They have a skull on them. A skull in darkness.
Do they tell me anything? Like, can I make anything of this?
Go ahead and give me a religion roll.
I mean, did I ever see something like this when this was cast before?
Go ahead and give me a religion roll. I'm sorry, man, you have no clue.
No clue. I
You,
will turn towards Noggle then. What is this?
Should I make a roll?
yeah, go ahead.
Religion?
I'm telling you, it's very difficult. All right, 30 though.
30.
This is the symbol of Charon, the riverman of Styx, the river of the dead that goes from our world to the underworld.
I'll slowly tell Theus the knowledge that I have, seeming a little bit scared of this. This is something, Theus, that is, well, difficult to tamper with if any of the legends are true.
What does he want? What are these coins payment for something?
For
They're
the boat,
floating in the air.
What?
a penny for the boatman.
It's, I assume it's to pay the ferryman.
I will take one then.
I should take
Or
it.
should I take two? Like, I don't know. Like, I will take first of all one. See what
You
happens.
can, like that next to her, you can just grab them if you want.
I do. But not too greedy. I will take one first and then see if anything happens and then I'll grab the other.
All right. As you reach out and close your hand around these two coins. And as you do that, With darkness around you whirls, Bjorn disappears. The handle of the axe, gone. The crowns, the tankards, gone. And then, as you feel the darkness and the sand around you kind of slow down, you begin to see rock beneath your feet. And a deep snore. You find yourself in a cavern with broken pillars and a door of green-blue magical light, and in front of it, sleeping, a large hound with 3 heads. And as you arrive, you see the nostrils react. What do you do?
How do we get back?
We don't go back from here. It's a rather one-way ticket. if I
Large
recall.
snore.
We should be quiet.
Quiet, quiet, quiet. One eye, one ear peeks up, and then the guard dog of Hades stands and growls. All of you, please roll initiative.
Oh, we fucked up. We fucked up.
Fucking Cerberus. Okay. Right. Where am I on the board? There we are.
All right. Oust, you see this hound. It is reacting towards you. It is about to attack all of you. What do you do?
The range is from me to him, 100 feet.
Yeah.
I need. Okay, I'm gonna move forward 10 feet. With the blade summoned. Oh, 15. Why
Sure.
not? It is well aware of us at this point. Yep. I'm gonna hold my hand up
It's-
and just go. We are not here by the normal routes. We leave by the normal routes. We come to take what is not yet meant to be here. And I'm going to cast Hold Monster.
Oh. Go ahead and do it. It is a wisdom save, right?
It's a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw.
I'm very sorry, Alex.
That was convincing.
But the dog just doesn't care about your puny magic.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to go. Fair enough, and I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on it if I'm in range. I don't know if I am though. Let's have a look.
That's
I
fine.
think it needs to be 60 feet, don't it? Let's have a look.
It's fine. Let's juggle it up, and then in the meantime, I'll say, Fias, you're up.
Okay.
Okay, no, I can't. Don't worry. Send him, I go anyway.
That's fine. We'll just.
Let's see how far I am from it. So
100 feet.
105 feet. Alright. I will first of all move behind the pillar, and then from the pillar I will see, let's see, 120 feet. I will actually try to hypnotic pattern it. It's 120 feet, so I will first of all go behind pillar, and just before it's getting out of my vision, I will cast hypnotic pattern on it because it's 120 feet.
Sure. Go ahead and cast it. Alright, you use one of its legendary resistances
Okay.
to resist it. Alright. And Nongo, oh no, it has another action. I'm going to take it away from being asleep, by the way, so that's there. And, yeah, it's, see, around it, kind of shadows around the beast kind of materialize into what looks like creatures almost. All right. Nongo, you're up.
Shit.
Shit, indeed.
Oops. Yeah. Wrong thing. All right. So 25 feet. Let's go check my distances here. Yeah, I got lots of room. All right. Well, it's what wizards do best, right? Let's get a fireball out there.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. All right. You make the hand motions. You find the bat guano and sulfur. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby, 36. And, yeah 18 dex. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Cerberus makes it, but all of the shades do not make it. So they're all looking quite bad as the fire just envelops them. And then Cerberus moves up with its movement, and you see while the heads inhale as it repays you with the fire. Oh, and it can get all of you. That's beautiful. Go ahead and give me a dex save, all of you. Oh, it rolled really bad on that. Oh no, that's because I didn't roll correctly. Alright, and Nongo as well.
Yeah?
Did you roll your dex save?
Nope. 10?
So, as you succeed, you take 15 fire damage. Nongo and Thieves, you take 15. No, 30. 30. That's the double of that.
I'll use my reaction to absorb elements, reducing it to 15, I would assume.
Yep, you can do that, definitely. Thieves, do you have something like that?
No.
Alright. You take 30 damage as this happens. And then we cut away for a second to a staircase just continuing up and up and up, and it's exhausting. Two figures walking there, almost at the top. One is a few steps ahead of the other. Almost cheering the other on. Jonas, will you please introduce your character and tell us what he's saying as he's trying to encourage his friend to keep on?
Well, it's supposed to be just around the corner, I think. Well, I know I said that a few times before, but I really mean it this time.
Can you please describe this character as well?
How to start? So he's a halfling. He's wearing this full plate armor. It's colored in black and yellow. He has wings on his back, a beautiful flower crown, and he has a smile on his face, like he's enjoying this hike extremely much. He has blue eyes, and this very heavy armor is not slowing him down one bit. He almost has like a jump in his step. Very glad. Also in his voice. Like
He's talking.
really enjoying this.
He is really enjoying it. Well, is his friend enjoying it, Anton?
Next to him, next to this little halfling, you see a dwarf of lean build, at least by dwarven standards, standing about 4 or 5 feet tall. He has a bushy brown beard, which appears to be the only part of him that's really well kept, with the tattered and worn leathers, but both arms exposed, showing the skin, where you can see these dark, what appears to be tattoos running up and down the entirety of his arms, with snaking shapes and markings that end at his exposed shoulder with an intricate eye design. And this individual, this dwarf, turns to the halfling. You said that with the last 2 stairs as well. We've walked for fucking hours. How the fuck do you know this is the right way? I know this is supposed to be torture. I know this is supposed to be pain, but this was supposed to be different. When are we there?
Hey, well, I mean, it's such a lovely hike.
Yeah, maybe the first 2 hours of the stairs, but the 3rd hour is really fucking starting to grind my gears.
Then again, there's no other way, so it must be the right way.
And
I
as you
guess.
say, as you say this, Torgen behind Rick, the small halfling, you see kind of light flash as you look at someone just like a fire flare or something.
If this is a visual trick, if this is all one big elaborate trick you have planned for me, I swear to God, it's bad enough you're taking all the praise at work. It's bad enough you already have been employee of the month for what, 2 years? Look, I am so done with this. Whatever. We're going, and this better fucking be the end of this staircase.
I swear it wasn't me, but it's quite interesting. Maybe we should take a peek.
As you walk up the last dozen steps, you get through like kind of an entrance, and there you see to the right of you, you see the gates of Hades. That's supposed to be there, but then you see Cerberus, which was the problem you had to solve yourselves for when you arrived at the top. Is already spewing fire on someone.
Queen!
Is this the part where we let them wound the beast, wait for them to die, and then swoop in for the kill?
No. You know the rules. We have to help.
No, I don't fucking know the rules. Every time I'm done with a book, you show up with a new rule book. I don't know the rules.
This is one of the elementary rules, of the Honey Nut Scouts. Rule number 3: help when you can.
Look, whatever. If we have to put that dog down to get to the door, just fucking let's get on with it.
Oh.
All right, and both of you can take a turn as you appear up here.
It's like...
Who goes first? Do we roll initiative?
Yeah, go ahead, and you can roll initiative. Oh, go ahead, guys. And Rick, I'll roll.
I
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, I'm trying to do something else then. All right, I'm just putting you in. All right, perfect. That was nice. Let's get you back here. All right, I guess. All right, Rick, you go first.
For the Queen! I'd like
sure,
to activate my wings.
Go ahead and do that.
And then I like.
Armor of the
like to-
Honeycomb General.
Then I like to move
You have a movement speed of 40. You can't. Right.
But I can't seem to cross walls.
Oh, where do you want to go?
As close to the beast as possible.
All right. Are you dashing?
No, and if I can't get closer to the beast because I can't measure things, then just put me next to
you can go
one
there.
of these shadow creatures.
You can go there where I'm putting it now. That is your movement. Your 40 movement.
Okay.
So you can either dash or, I guess, spend your action on something else.
I can't decide. I'm gonna dash towards it.
All right. So you, I guess, Oust and Noggle and Thieves, you just see yellow and black wearing halfling just like buzz out of nowhere in his weird bee armor.
What the hell is that?
Is that a bee?
I think it might be a bumblebee, like a large one. What kind of sword? Weapon?
Spear.
Well, it looks like its stinger's not on its butt, though. It's in its hands.
Torgen, you're up.
Right.
Alright, I guess if you're gonna have to do a job, at least do it fucking right. And Torgen is kind of just going. I assume this room is relatively dimly lit, right? Like pretty dark,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, there's only bright light like right up against the door, right? Everything else is low light.
Right. So I guess people can't really see it from where Torgen is standing, but Torgen is going to just kind of fall backwards and just disappear into his own shadow, and then I'm going to spend 4 sorcery points to teleport right next to the beast.
All right. I'm just putting it there. What does it look like when Torgen does this?
Well, as you see this giant dog, this giant three-headed dog just rampaging in the middle of the room, you suddenly see its shadow, like this weird three-headed shadow, start to contort and waver a bit, and then suddenly a dwarf just steps out of this shadow and appears right next to the creature.
Dwarf and a bumblebee!
Alright, let's just get this fucking over with. And he's going to grasp a metal armband around his right arm, this almost gauntlet-like, intricate design that extends down to his forearm. And as he grasps it and focuses on it, you see the tattoos and markings that run up the length of his arm start to writhe and move across his skin, and they gather where the armband meets the skin, and then you see a blade of just shadow manifest, and I'm going to cast a 5th level Shadow Blade.
Oh my! Anton with a 5th level Shadow Blade. Damn.
Go full zero.
Look, I have been walking for hours. I think it might have been days, and I am done with this place. And I am going to attack 3 times.
All right. I've adjusted the damage. I see. All right.
Oh yes. And I assume this should be with advantage if it's dim light.
Yeah, it can. No, it's not, because you notice as you come that close to it, it's not even perceiving you with its eyes anymore. So you think you might be a bit too close for it to kind of not being able to see you. The rest of you you see this dwarf come out, shadows begin to roil everywhere. Some of them coalesce into the hand, and you just see 3 beautiful swings. Let me tell you, the first one wouldn't have hit even on the advantage, but the other 2 does hit. So you give it 50 damage in the first round of combat. Okay, perfect.
Also, 1 extra point of damage from the the 3rd attack. So that is
All right, perfect.
pretty good start. As you see, this just grumpy dwarf, just his almost the entirety of his arm just displayed like stuck in the back of the dog. Look, I don't know who you guys are. I frankly don't care who you guys are, but I think for the time being, we have the same interest, alright? So put this fucking pop down.
And as you see that, and as he says that, you see the 2 slashes to the head that just breathe fire, just kind of falls off as the kind of the skin gives out, and the big head just falls down, and the hound roars.
I know who you are.
And with that beautiful entrance, guys, that was a good turn. We'll take a break for the next let's say whatever, 20 minutes. Is that fine, guys?
Okay.
Pick up at past.
1:30. We'll be back ding dongs, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe some new allies, maybe a new interesting adventure as the ding dongs are going to heck. All right, see you all, and catch you back at half.
See you in a bit.